Hello friends and namaskar. Welcome to the session that is the role of education on the crisis. That is a very different perspective. Actually, the role of the education on the society. Okay, that is not for the crisis. But here I'm taking a different perspective. Okay, what would be the role of the education? Because just now we are seeing a crisis that is the COVID-19. Okay, and henceforth I'm having this topic or this for this session. Okay, what would be the role of the education on a different crisis? The outline of this presentation, the education, what to whom we should say the education in the crisis. Then here we are taking the problem statement as a COVID-19 as an example, and then we'll try to find out the solution. Then the proposal for the what would be the content of the education, and then the conclusion and the references. Friends, tell me how many years you have invested in the education. If you are 10th graduate, if you have done your 10th, then almost 10 years. Then if you are in 12th, then 12 years. Graduation 16 years, and so and so forth. So almost we are investing 10 to 16 or 18 years in the education. Then what outcome you are seeing in the society? Okay. So we are seeing that outcome if the number of the students or the number is going increasing, the literacy is getting increasing, but the problem in the society, is it increasing or decreasing? That is what my point. Okay. So even though the each and everyone has been investing in the education and that 10 to 12 years, but still in the society we are having the problems. Okay. So this is not the problem of that students. This is not a problem of the child. Here I am concentrating on the content of the education. Okay, because here you can see if you are thinking about a 3-year child, okay, who is entering into this education system, and if you would like to see that what exactly that child, so that child at the age of the 3 years, he was the innocent. He wants to talk with the truth. The behavior is excellent, and he wants that justice. Okay, but after education, so after that 10 years, 12 years, 16 years, so after the graduation, so that youth is having the confidence. So that are the questions from my side. So one has to be explored within. And every youth wants to talk the truth, or it depends upon the situation. And then what about the behavior in the family and the society? So here something is going to be missing. Something has been missing into the education content, because even though each and every child has been invested that much years, so 10 to, so that is not a very small, so almost 15 to 16 years has been invested, and still the society has the multiple problems. So the current scenario, so when we see in the 1970 or 1947, the literacy was 12%, but in the year of 2011, the literacy has been increased to 74%, and in 2020, it has been reached up to 85%. But then what about the values? Can you see the values within the society? So when the survey has been taken, so it has been found that the values has been declined, as the literacy is going to be increased. And also you can find out, as the literacy has been increased, the fear of that unhuman behavior of that human being is going to be increased. And that's why we can see the multiple problems within the society. So we are not having the problems from the animals, we are not having the problems from the natural calamities, but here there are the problems within the society, that is the human's behavior, the behavior problems of that human being. that has been get increased. So what causes the problem? Okay, so here the every human being doesn't want to create the problems. Okay, the desire, the basic desire is the happiness. Okay, and why it is happening? So is it happening because of the lack of physical facilities, or it is happening because of the lack of relationships, or is it happening because of that thinking process? So what I put here, there is a lacking in the thinking process. There is a lacking in the understanding, and that's why we are lacking with the physical facilities. We are lacking with the relationships, and that's why the problem has been there as a society. So we have to see what exactly the understanding, what are the base for the thinking process, so that one can get the physical facility, one can be live in mutual fulfillment in relationships. So here I am proposing the purpose of the education should be there should not be the no depletion of the resources, the no exploitation for the nature, no exploitation in relationships. So there should be enrichment of the nature, that is the nourishment and the nurturing of the nature. There should be the mutual fulfillment, that is the mutual happiness in the families, in the societies. So this should be the purpose of the education, and for that one, we can say there are types of the education. There is the value education and the skill education. The skill education, it should provide the enrichment of the nature, and then the value education it should to provide the mutual fulfillment, and these two should be get fulfilled, uh, and this should be the content of the education. To whom I should say that is a value-based skill education. But now just find out what the problems are there along with each and every one. So the personal problem, that is the loneliness born, purposelessness and lack of clarity, what to do and why to do and so on and so forth. There are the problems with the interpersonal, okay, the differences of opinions, the lack of trust, jealousy, hate, the feeling of neglect, disrespect. There are the problems with the social, the poverty, the injustice, the exploitation, the corruptions. Again, there are the problems with the environment, the pollution, the resource depletion, climate change, newer disease. Okay, so while these graphics could suggest these are the disjoint, but it is important to realize that all these types of problems are inter-affecting, interacting. Okay, so even though I have focused here the four different problems, but the problem started from the persons, and from the human being, and then it goes towards the environment, up to the environment. So the whole problems can be summarized into the different nine roots. So actually I came across one book and based on the Matis Darshan, and within that one I have uh, come across this nine different uh, roots, and that are the major problems with of this whole world. The first is the pollution. The second is the earth temperature getting warm and scorching, that is the global warming. Then the third is the sea level rise due to the snow diffusion of North and South Pole, that is the polar cap melting. The fourth one is the new disease come in the human tradition, and now we are facing that. The fifth one is ch- chances of earthquake and the increase in incidents due to the explosion of atomic bombs and missiles in the air, in the water, or on the earth. The sixth one is ever increasing stockpiles of the war weapons. Seven is the exploitation of the forest minerals. Eight one is the most use of chemicals, fertilizer, and insecticides. And the ninth one is the adulterations. So these are the nine different problems are there with this word, and our education should get focused in a such a way that okay, this problem should not be there. Okay, and if you'd like to focus this problem, so we can think these are the doing of the any person. So before that one, they are having the thinking process. So on the thinking process, our doing is dependent. Okay, so that thinking process should be correct. Then only the what are the outcome of that thinking process, that is the doing, that should be the correct, or that would be the correct. So we'll see what exactly it is. Now the fourth problem, new diseases are always there. So here we have seen in 1920 the Spanish flu was there. Okay, the millions of people died. Then the HIV, so it came in the year of 1981. So almost somewhere 75 million people they have infected, and almost 32 million people they have got died because of the HIV. Swine flu, it came across in 2010. About 5.5 million people died. Then Ebola, so that came in the year of 1416. Almost 11,000 people died. And now the COVID-19, almost 1.5 million they lost their life. So I think so. Here I would like to mention that the different diseases are going to be there, you know, and because of that, the problems are there. Now there are the many questions in the mind. How these are going to be originated? Suppose now we are taking this case of this COVID-19. So how to cure from this one, and what steps should be taken to avoid such type of the problems? So there are the many researchers and doctors that are trying their best to find out the root cause of this virus, and also trying to find out the solution to notify this virus. But here is the question in front of the society, that why such type of the diseases, the COVID-19 or such type of the diseases are happening, and no one has the solution to avoid such of the diseases. So it is also listening that, okay, so this is one part. There are the many people they are working, but there are the other part of the other phase of the people. You know, few country they are taking the advantage of this COVID-19 to take the control over the world. Okay, and it is observed that the boosting of the economy, that is that is based on the spending and the earning of the money. Okay, that is on the transaction. Okay, so here we have to see, whenever there are the problem, then we should see the short terms and the long term goals. Isn't it? The short term goal solution that would only concentrate on the cause of the problems, okay, and that will get the solution to nullify it. But we should concentrate on the long term solution, and that are not only concentrating on the root cause of that the problem, but also concentrating to avoid such type of the problems that should not be occurred in the future. So why such type of the problems are there? So here I'm defining that problems for any human being that are having the two different stages. One, the problem is at thought process, and second is at the actions. Okay. So every human being, they are having these two different tools. The freedom of imagination, that is the thought process, and the second is the freedom of the action, that is the doing part. So if the problem is there at the thought process, ultimately the problem is there and always there at the action. So first we should think, or we should concentrate on the thought process. The thought process should be perfect, then only the doing will be perfect. And where exactly you can concentrate on this thought process, that is the only one point where that is the education. So we should have the content of the education in a such a way that the thought process should be in tune. It should be in tune with this existence, with this nature, so that our action that would be the in tune with the nature and the existence. Okay. So here we are seeing that the start of these different diseases, that is a COVID-19, swine flu, or the Ebola, or Hantan just now, that are the due to the unethical eating habits of the human being. Okay, and that unethical habits are based on the thought process through one is expecting the joy. Okay, so why that are the unethical eating habits? So one may thought that okay, because of this eating habits, okay, they're expecting the happiness through that one by changing the eating habits. Okay. But the problems are there. There are the problems. No? Problems has been incurred. So here we are defining what exactly the problem solving. It is a process of working through the details of the problem to reach the solution. So first we have to find out what exactly the problem is there. Then we have to find out the root of that problems, and then I would like to get the solution. For any solution process, for any solving process, so we are having the different stages. First we'll identify that problem, then analyze that problem, then generate the multiple solution for that one, then select the appropriate solution, then implement that solution, and then evaluate for that solution so that we can solve that problem. Just now we are taking the example of this COVID-19. So we need the solution of this problem. So that solution should be resolved and should not be reoccurred again. So we need that solution in a such a way that the problem should be get resolved as well as it should not be reoccurred. Also we need the solution in a such a way that this problem should get solved, but such type of the problem should not occur again. Okay. So COVID-19, then 20 and 21 and so on and so forth. Okay. Then we need the solution in a such a way that the root cause of that problem need to be identified and we need that solution. Okay. And the last and the most important is that so we need the so that education system in a such a way that okay, the such type of the problem should not get occurred. Okay. So here we are focusing on the thinking process of the society, the thinking process of the family, the thinking process of the human being in a such a way that their action will be in tune with the nature, in tune with the society, in tune with the families. So now if we consider with this COVID-19, so you can we can say that okay, we can trace the affected peoples. Okay, we can have the technical solution, that's a vaccine that might be based on the allopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, or homeopathy. But here I'm focusing. So one should focus on the food habits. One should focus on the human being conduct. One should focus on the thought process. One should focus why one should travel, and then only we should have the problem, the solution. And to focus on this point, I'm just proposing the system. And before to propose that system, here the intention of each and every human being. So every human being wants to live happily in the family, in the society. Okay, that is the innateness of each and every human being. Okay. But what is happening? So the human being, whenever he is interacting along with the material orders, okay, the problem is the polluting that soil and depletion of the all the resources. The second is whenever the human being is interacting along with the plants or the foods, okay, but he's destroying the ecosystem, as the destroying the forest, the multiple species has been destroyed. Okay. The third one is the human being is dependent on the animals. Okay. But again, the human being is known for the cruelty towards that animals. So why it is happening? So even though human being wants to live happily in the family and the society in the nature, but that the human being has the problem to live along with the material order, along with the plant order, along with the animal order. That is what the major problems. So Why these problems are there? That is due to the lack of understanding of this human being. They are not recognizing the relationship along with the other human being as well as their relationship along with the rest of world, the rest of nature, and that's what the major problems. So the lack of understanding at the level of the human being is the major problem, and that's why the all multiple problems are there. And here we are always trying to solve one problem, and because of that one problem, the other problems are occurred. So, but here I am proposing the system, I am proposing the content of the education in such a way that the problem should not get awkward. Okay, and here I am proposing there is a lacuna, there is a lack of understanding at every stage, and because of that one, the problems are there. So what I propose here, so the human being that have the natural acceptance, that is for the mutual fulfillment for all these three orders. So what the three orders, that is the material orders, the plant order, and the animal order. Okay. So every human being wants to be mutually fulfilled along with these three order, but they are not able to do that. Okay, that is what the problem. And for that one, I am putting up this proposal. The human education would works on the conscious development of the child and the children through the value education, resulting with the definite human being conduct, so that the child or that student or the every human being should realize the relationship with the other human being as well as with the rest of nature. Okay. With the other the part of that nature, that is the material orders, that is the plants, and along with the uh, animals. And what exactly it is? So if the child or if the student has that ability to see the usefulness and the complementness among these all, then that is what the consciousness development of each and every one. So this is the proposal for happy, meaningful, and fulfilling living for all human beings. Okay. So this proposal implies that one should evaluate it for themselves, but within. Okay. And that that is what the all the mentioned roots what I have mentioned here that can be addressed within this education. So objective would be to get the view of this human conduct, human society for the crimeless and the free from oneself and others. Okay, so we need the education. We need the objectives of that education in a such a way that the there should be the definite human being conduct. There should not the crime, the society with the crimeless. Okay, and everyone should live with the continuous happiness. Okay, and with the prosperity. So the purpose of this value education for the consciousness development, for that one the aim is the first one is the trust in self, the fairness in society, self confidence within each and every child. The respect should be there for the excellence. The second one is the every child should be healthy. The third one is the everyone should live in prosperity. The prosperity means the mutual enrichment with the society. The material needs that should get fine means that should be clarified. Okay, so there are the two different needs. One is the material needs and second is the psychological needs. The material needs that should be get satisfied, and then the psychological needs for the happiness that should be get understood. And once it is happening, then that child is social in behavior. So social in behavior means it it will fulfill, it will mutually fulfill the relationships with the other human being in the family, in the society. So these are the two different parts: mutual fulfillment and the relationships, and the mutual enrichment with the nature. So by means of that mutual enrichment, one will live in prosperity. By means of the mutual fulfillment, one will live with happiness. And then the participation of each and everyone within the society, leading the fulfillment with the duties and the responsibilities. So what I would like to conclude here, there are the many peoples and organizations that are working toward the long-term solutions. But here I am presenting the proposal in tune with such efforts. The proposal is that the one should live in human consciousness, and to live in human consciousness, for that one we need the content, the education, where one will explore the human being, one will explore the relation within the human being, one will explore what exactly the natures. In short, one will explore the complementness and the usefulness in the existence. The ultimate aim for everyone is to live in happiness, lead toward the undivided society and universal systems. Okay, so that one will know the utilities and the complementness in the society. And this is what our aim, aim of undivided society and the universal system. So the overall conclusion of this presentation is to start the conversations, the discussion and dialogical conclusions, so that we can have the content of the education in this way. Okay, so I have referred this multiple sites. I have referred the web page. I have referred one book. Okay, the ultimate aim of this presentation is that everyone is doing their best, so that the each and every child which is coming out from the education system, so that should live happily in the society. Okay, so the Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering is also uh, they are having their own goals. Okay, their students, they should be the best students within the society. Okay, so thank you for attending this session.